of the downtown San Diego tourist area, hotels, convention center, and the coastal harbor, San Diego Bay. And I'm across the bay taking this picture from Coronado Island. It's a very nice place, and it's just a ferry ride across, or you could take the Coronado Bridge. Anyway, it's a fabulous place, and when you're in town, when you know you're going to be here in town, give me a buzz. Let me know. Let's meet up for a coffee or a slice of pizza. I know a good place on Coronado Island at the ferry landing. So a very special broadcast today. It's approaching 5 p.m. here on Thursday, March 5, 2026. In Asia Pacific, in particular, in Hong Kong, it's 8 a.m., approaching 8 a.m. in Hong Kong, and approaching 9 a.m. in Japan. So we have some guests. They're going to be joining us, and stay tuned. We'll be right back with our program. This is all about strengthening international business relationships. Welcome to the Global Meeting Room here on Global Business News TV. Thank you for being here. We'll be right back with the show. Hi, welcome back to Global Business News TV. Our show today is about Asia Pacific business relationships. And joining us now is Eri from Tokyo Lease, and she'll be with us momentarily. I love that picture. Hi, Eri.
Hi, Ed. Good morning.
Good
How are
morning.
you?
Yeah, I love that picture of your building.
Oh, thank you so much. This is
Yeah,
our office and showroom, and you
yeah,
have a beautiful skyline.
yeah.
It,
This is San Diego skyline by the water, the tourist area. And
oh,
I took that picture recently.
that you are a very good photographer.
Yeah, it works. It works. Yeah, okay. We have Amiko coming in.
Hey,
Yeah,
Miko-san, wow, that's great.
yeah, be great. All right, they're joining. Hi, Amiko. Hello, Amiko.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hi, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Welcome again. I really
Yeah.
appreciate you being there. Yeah, we are recording, and we're going to talk about honoring people like you, business women in leadership roles, because it's part of the international recognition of women in business leadership roles. Uh, and so I have a series of programs going around the world rather than have 15 or 20 people crowded in a little picture on the screen. I decided to do many meetings and have everybody look great.
That's a great
and
idea.
and then you all have your own shows. So we have somebody from Hong Kong, I believe, joining us now. Uh,
Beavery? Hmm.
yeah, Beverly is not coming, but she's being represented,
Oh,
and we'll get an introduction here in just a minute. Hi there, I'm Ed.
Hi, good morning. Hi, Ed. I'm Vicky, and this is Olivia from Asia Pacific Properties.
Yes,
Hi.
you're both in Hong Kong?
hello.
Yes, we're both in Hong Kong.
Yeah,
Beverly is has a conflict this morning, so we're sitting in
yes.
on her.
Well,
Yes.
I welcome you. This is Global Business News TV, and you're in what I affectionately call the Global Meeting Room.
Mhm.
And I call it the psychologically safe place for business introductions, for conversations and rapport building, and maybe bridge building if it all works right. So I want to introduce from Tokyo Lease, Eri, and she's the CEO of Tokyo Lease.
Pleasure meeting you.
And also in Kobe, Japan, Amiko from
Hi,
the
hello.
CEO of All Japan Relocation. And others might be joining, but we're going to continue with our show. So it's typically that everybody has a chance to speak about whatever they want. The general theme of today is recognizing you, women in business leader roles. Okay. And it's all part of the celebration, recognition, and honoring people like yourselves, not only here, but around the world, who are also doing business leadership things. So this is what it's all about. So Olivia, let's go to you
Sure.
and your partner, and let's hear about what your role is in Asia Pacific properties.
My role is, for me, is very interesting and I would say inspiring. The reason being is that we're assisting clientele or assignees, as we call it, like such as families and families with, of course, with children, specifically with children with a special needs education. So we assist them to relocate in the place where or country where they are assigned to for their employees or I mean employment. So we make their transition smoother as possible. We assist them with securing school, securing their property long-term leases, and of course, obtaining their bank accounts and permanent mobile number in APAC region, which is in Asia. So I love what I do, I would say. I work closely with Miss Beverly San and of course my colleague here, Miss Vicky Tsang. So we try to assist all of those families to smoother transition and happy as possible. Moving to another country is a very huge adjustment already, might as well for the children. So as I mentioned, we specialize with children that have a special needs education. So that's for me.
Yes, okay. Vicky, tell me about yourself, about you personally. How long have you been involved?
Oh, okay. I've been with Asia Pacific Properties for 12 years. I work closely with Beverly on business development pricing and basically responding to RFPs for our clients. Yeah,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, okay. This is really interesting. So I want to come back to you in just a second. Amiko is CEO of All Japan Relocation.
Mhm.
By the way, Amiko, that's a beautiful dress you're wearing. That's very nice. Yeah. And welcome again.
Pink day.
Yeah, well, good morning. Yeah. So Amiko has been on our program now 2 years or more, and is also an advertiser, and it's really a wonderful. And I'm very grateful. Thank you very much. So,
Thank you. It's very
and Eri is CEO of Tokyo Lease Corporation. Eri, tell us about what kinds of things you're leasing.
Okay, we are leasing all about living. And of course, we're doing renting office furniture too. But our main customers are expats who are living in Japan for 1 to 3 years. And some of them bring their own furniture. And while they are waiting for their furniture to come, we also provide everything like furniture and also the kitchen items and the beddings, so everything. Nowadays, the situation is getting very tough because of the war in Middle East. Some people want to already send their things back to their home country, but they cannot go home because of the emergency situation in Dubai or other transit areas. So something terrible is happening. But anyway, we are serving to those who need furniture for the short term or so long term.
Well, this is really topical and very thankful. I am very much into taking care of the people who are being relocated. Uh, and that means people care. And it's so simple, right? People care. But going beyond what is required in good business, of making sure the details are covered and things are done right, and the honoring of the contract.
Mhm.
But going beyond, Amico, I know that you specialize in really personal interest in the people and making sure that they're not feeling like they're the outsider, that they're, how to adapt better, how to make things work. Now, ladies, I'm sure you do that also. But let's go around the table here because we're in the global meeting room. We're at a table. And so let's make believe. Amico, the personal care idea, this is something that I remember the first time we ever met 2 or 3 years ago. You stress that importance of how much you pay attention to details for mainly the women, but for everybody, including the kids, just like you've been saying in Hong Kong. And uh, so, Amico, do you give coaching, quote unquote, coaching and guidance to the families uh, in addition to the contract things you have to do, the personal care things?
Well, we don't do coaching, but we are really flexible. So of course we have to do, what the scope is. But if the client needs, we try to do the flexible as much as those family wants. We can do the giving the information what they need help, and we are covering, what they want. So that's what we can do because we are not that big company, so we can work as a flexible. So individually personal care we can
Do,
give
do,
it.
do you get involved also um, after, when you go beyond and you see, or you can imagine, if you can't see it right away, you can imagine that there's some disruption in the family, that the kids or the spouse is lost, and that impacts the employee relocation and their productivity. Erie, I think you understand totally what I'm saying. And so, is it okay for you to reach out and offer personal assistance to these people, being a
I think we are.
people
Yes, we are.
service? Yeah.
Mhm. Our employees and also the amicable service also includes such kind of care because the people who came to Japan doesn't know how to speak Japanese, of course, and that's a very tough situation. And the most difficult thing is for the spouse is child care. If they go to school, if it's international school, it's still very difficult because there's a lot of things they have to prepare to go to school and also get have a good relation with other parents and also get used to the Japanese local system. It takes some time, but all Japan relocation, just as Asia Pacific properties, provide a service to find a school and also find properties and also uh, setting up the banking account. So many things which spouse could have stress would be solved by our service. So that's what we're
Yeah.
doing.
Well, that's really excellent. So, ladies, in Hong Kong, it's not just Hong Kong. You have offices all throughout the region. So, are you traveling a lot, or do you have colleagues located in Taipei or in Singapore?
We do both. So some of our sometimes we have to travel to the cities where most of our assignees are relocating for us to understand the market, for us to provide more assistance and care for our assignees. Also, we do assign a local, how do we call it? Local partner to assist them in person. But the reason why we tend to travel is at least we have to understand it's better when you experience it yourself in order for you to provide the assignees better understanding of the market and better, especially culture. Sometimes culture we tend to not pay attention to, but as Ari has mentioned, the language barrier that it will take, especially for couples or families who hasn't been exposed to such as Japanese language or Mandarin language or Cantonese language. So that is the reason why we tend to at least travel and experience it on our own, and we assigned our local partners.
Yes. Okay. Amiko,
Yes.
you've been traveling around a lot. You've been going to different meetings, and I've been following you.
Oh,
And,
did you?
and I read LinkedIn, of
I'm
course.
following you.
Yeah,
I'm following
yeah.
you.
Yeah, and thank you for commenting on that magazine article that I wrote.
Yeah, and you have so many, brilliant the guests always, and your article and your show. Yeah, that's very inspired.
You're very kind. Thank you. Well, I love what I do. And I'm trying to grow the audience by having different people, as well as the regulars, to share ideas. And it's nice to see relationships bloom and develop as a result of first meeting here in this place. So it's a little after 5 p.m. here on Thursday in Southern California. And
Must
I
be
know
nice
it's
weather.
morning, yeah, morning in Asia Pacific. So I'm glad that we could do this because it's fun. Recently, I've had Latin America, LATAM shows, and Europe shows, and of course across the US. I even had a show in Cape Town, South Africa, a couple of weeks ago with Renee, Africa relocation. So it's very interesting. She was telling me that she is co-founding a new group with people from across Africa called All Africa Relocation Group.
Oh.
Which is
Sounds
so like another networking place, right? So
Wow.
it would be interesting to see how that develops. So, ladies, let's talk about any questions that you may have of me about what I do and about what's going on in the U.S.
How's
Yeah.
currently
So,
how's the
yeah, who wants
because
to go first?
also
Okay, Olivia, you first.
thank you. Okay. My question was, so recently we've been all over the news, by the way. There are a lot of or multiple families who are tend to relocate to Asia from the US. May we understand the reason why, if you have any insights.
Well, first of all, it's so different and so very well organized. And what I'm understanding from the people that I've discussed with is that there's a different way of doing things. It's very professional and at the same time very caring and in great detail. Um, the, because taking care of people and taking care equally the business situation, the people are not second class, they are first class. And that means the services that must be delivered and performed and how people take them in, indoctrinate themselves, learn from it, and then participate more openly within a community over time. And they get comfortable. That is really, really important, isn't it? Particularly in Japan, but also, I'm sure, in Hong Kong and Singapore and
Yeah,
Taipei.
hospitality is quite important. And nowadays, the AI is now prevailing, and to finding the apartment, some people can do it all by computer without visiting there because there are the cameras which shows everything in the room and even the facility and outside the building. So people think they no longer need to visit them to have the contract to rent apartments. So things are changing, but still, the people in the first class need to have the human touch. I think that's what they are looking for. And that's very
Yeah.
important.
So because they have human needs, they don't need to feel embarrassed uh, or ashamed. They want service. They need help, and they want people to understand that they need the help. And Emiko, I know that you said this is your specialty.
Okay.
Do you want to comment on that? Well, of course, you're going to say yes, it is. But...
Yeah, of course, yes. Yeah, you already, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So add to that. Tell us an experience or a problem that you've solved recently.
Recently problem.
Okay. You're telling me there's no problems ever?
No, I have many problems. So my problem, well, its business is going well, but we are not, but we like, busy people relocate to Japan. We welcome. And so every case is different, but we are having, how do you say, more, I know, like Eri said, the nowadays is more AI and everything, but still people are so happy to see us, so happy to see at the house and we can taking care of it. We love their smile. It's always like always we feel, oh, that was nice to see, welcome people. And my staff is now is one to Nagoya, one to Kyoto. And so they are all happy that the meeting, the assignees are happy to see us. So I love what we do.
Eric? Yeah. Eric, would you like to comment on that?
Ah, are you, is it talking to me? I
Yes,
don't,
Eric.
okay. I have no objection, and that's right. And especially in Tokyo, the people try to find where to enjoy themselves. And recently heard that the Generation Alpha, love sushi
Yeah.
instead of pizza. And I read in the New York Times that the kids wants to go to the sushi shop when they are hungry with their parents, but it's not cheap. But if you go to Japan, it's quite different. There's a famous sushi store, chain store called Hamazushi or Kurazushi, and two pieces of sushi in one tray cost like 70 cents. Can you believe that?
Wow.
And that is so delicious. And we
Mm.
can order sushi on a touch screen. So even kids can find, I like to eat this sushi. And they touch the screen and the sushi comes in a few minutes. And they enjoy taking the sushi and eat them. And that's $70.
Oh my
Wow.
God. Wow. And that includes chopsticks.
Of course, free tea.
Wasabi,
Yeah,
chopsticks,
Right, right.
container soy sauce.
$70. So Generation Alpha,
70
that's
cents.
like 10-year-old kids,
10-year-old
12-year-old.
kids or smaller kids. And sometimes people sometimes say the raw fish is not good for the
Mm.
toddlers. So they have the egg sushi or
Mm.
the grilled
Okay.
beef sushi or the sweets. So everything comes on the line, and in a fast lane, they comes like a, sliding in front of you. So that's a very fun experience for kids too. So bring
Oh,
in your kids or friends, they will love it.
Thank
that
you.
is
Yeah,
really
last
interesting.
weekend I went with my family, and it's a family of five, and I paid just 7,000 yen, which is like 50 US
Wow.
dollar for five people.
Wow.
So
Well, that's not
incredibly
expensive. Well,
very cheap.
yeah, really.
Yes.
Yeah. So what's going on in Hong Kong? Do you have something like that?
We do, well, Hong Kong offers, just like Japan, Hong Kong offers several, almost all of the cuisines. So if you're craving for any kinds of cuisine, it's available here. But in terms of price, I think it's we can compare it to US rather than Japan. So, well, just like Tokyo, it's a high standard of living in terms of properties, but I think in terms of food, I would say I don't know for you, for any of the families, but I would say that I find it still expensive. So if I am craving for either hama sushi or hara sushi, it may take me US dollar 70 US dollars. So that's food and properties and standard of living here in Hong Kong.
So let me ask you about in Hong Kong and Singapore. Um, is there a lot of frequent business travel, Hong Kong, Singapore?
To be honest with you, after the COVID-19, it has slowed down. There are few, but comparing to before COVID-19, it was amazing. There are good business coming in and out of Singapore and Hong Kong, but mostly coming in. But then recently, after the COVID-19, and because of this political unrest, anyway, all over the world, it has slowed down like drastically. I would say comparing it from before, it would be 20% coming in.
Yeah, interesting. So I thank you very much for sharing some time and information here. I'd like to use the rest of this time, say 15 minutes or so, so that each of you can speak to the world, the audience world out there, who will see this program once I put it out on our LinkedIn network and Facebook and X and all the other multimedia. There'll be many people from all over the world see this. Uh, Basically, about 75% of the total audience will be US, and even higher than that of the uh, US, Canada, in particular. They're the dominant bulk of where our corporate readership is. And London, also very big, because many of the US large companies, meaning over 10,000 employees, they have an office in London for Europe, and so there's a lot of traffic back and forth all the time, even right now. And so the eastern part of the US and Canada, that's the biggest audience that we have. And 60%, according to LinkedIn recently, since January 1 through last week, LinkedIn said of all the people who look at our TV shows, 60% are in corporate senior roles in companies having 1,000 or higher employees. 60% corporate senior roles, 30% of all the audience we have, according to LinkedIn, from January 1 through last week, 30% are also in senior level management roles in companies having 10,000 or more employees worldwide. So just to give you an idea of that scope of who will see this. Now, there are several other categories of audience, of course, but they're smaller. In the US, the eastern part of US and Canada, meaning Toronto and then New York, Boston, Washington, Atlanta, Miami, that's the biggest market. And then after that is California. And then after that is not in the US, it's Mexico City. It's huge numbers. Yeah, really interesting. So the people who this program will appeal to are in those corporate positions and in those locations. Now we have audience in Italy and India and in Brazil, but it's smaller numbers. The higher levels everywhere are our audience, but not the lower levels, except in those places and those numbers that I just related. And I have all this in writing, so I could send it along to you, just as reference. So in Asia Pacific properties, is there much transfer activity now? In other words, to what degree is there transfer activity, relocations into Chinese Taipei? Is it the same, or has it gone down, or?
For the past 3 years, we would say that it has, as mentioned, it has slowed down. So relocating to Taipei, even if there are assignees who are relocating in that city, however, it's not as many as comparing to 3 years ago.
No.
So
Okay.
especially the beginning of this year. So I would say it has dropped down drastically. It's only at, I think, 5%, please. But we're happy to announce that within the 3 years, we have assisted at least 40 to 50% out of 100 assignees relocating to Taipei, and we have successfully assisted them with their relocation, especially as mentioned to the families who has a special needs requirements or special needs education. So we are proud to announce that our President, Miss Beverly Sun, has actually assist to establish a school in Taipei where it's specialized with special needs education. The program is also is being recognized as a regular school or a regular program class, and that is what we are proud of, that we not only are a transactional company, but we really do care, especially for the families who requires much care and attention.
And are you also involved in Seoul?
Yes, we do. But right now, to be honest, I think we only have like 1 or 2 assignees who.
Okay. And
So,
what about Manila?
Manila, do we have?
not a lot. Yeah.
All right. And how about Vietnam?
Also not a
Yeah,
lot.
just small. And Australia, New Zealand?
Oh, we have assignees coming from Australia to Hong Kong now currently, yes. So we're working on that. Yes, we do.
Well, that's interesting. Okay. And so how can people reach you? What by email? Is that the best way?
Yes, by email. Yes, that's the best way because a lot of our clients are, overseas. So I mean, obviously they can call us, but I think they prefer to reach us via email. And they can go into our website. There's a contact contact information on there so that they can reach out to us.
Yeah, and the website is AsiaPacificProperties.com.
Yes, correct. AsiaPacificProperties.com. Yes, correct.
All right, great. And would you like to announce your email? The whole
Okay.
world is listening.
The email on our website is info@asiapacificproperties.com. My personal email, they can also reach out to me, is vicky.sang@asiapacificproperties.com. So it's Vicky, VICKI .tsang@asiapacificproperties.com. So if anyone has any assignees relocating to our region, then we'd be very happy to assist them.
And Olivia?
You can reach to Vicky first, and yeah, you can just provide me with the information.
Okay. And I can be reached at editor global business news at gmail.com.
Okay.
And that's it. Eri, your email.
My email is e.hayashi, hayashi, at tokyolease.co.jp. Pretty long.
Isn't that great? Okay. So we come to Amico, and you've been traveling all over, so many
Not all
places.
over.
Yeah. Well, I know you haven't been in California yet.
Yeah, I want to go California because I was in Los Angeles when I was a student. So
Oh,
my
yeah.
aunt is living there. So I always want, that was my favorite place in United States. That's changed my life, I can say. I stayed with my aunt when I was in college for years. And then I was keep thinking, how can I give back? I wanted to pay forward to something, because America was so great. Then I got a job like already, then this real estate company, but I was assigned to client service. So I got the one who got the phone call for the order claim, water leakage and heater broke. And, if something went wrong with the house, I was the one who were handling that. So that was interesting started.
Yeah. So you're the go-to person.
Go to
Go-to.
Yeah, but it's okay. I learned not just solving the problem. I learned how to negotiate, how to communicate if especially the people are emotion was so high. So I learned a lot.
Yeah. Well, it's really helpful. Let me know what I can do for you. I'm in information business and making connections, of course. That's what we do. Thank you for being on the show again. Please come back
Thank you.
as we
Thank you.
continue to expand and get new people involved. And I welcome introductions or suggestions about who I should reach out to and invite. And it's always free. There's no registration fee. Thank you all.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Pleasure meeting you all.
Bye.
Thank you.
Nice
Bye.
meeting you all. Bye.
Ciao.